Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about how to stop seeking your parents' approval. So today I'm going to tell you a bit of a story of what inspired me to create this video, and then I'm going to get into my tips on how to stop seeking your parents' approval. So back in 2016, I went for my first Reiki training and certification. And for those of you who don't know what Reiki is, I'll put a link in this video description and up here to another video that I'm creating on what is Reiki. But essentially it's a form of energy healing. And when I was at my training for that, there was a woman there who was in her 60s, and she said that her parents had just passed away, and she had been interested in things like astrology and more esoteric or spiritual things, but she never actually followed them or pursued them or done anything with them because she was scared of what her parents would think, particularly what her father would think, because they were very opposed to that or judgmental towards it. And so she was finally in her 60s doing the things that she really wanted to because her parents had passed away. And I remember that really hitting me and thinking like, wow, like what am I stopping myself from doing that I truly want, or that's in my heart, or that is really within me that I'm wanting to explore and follow out of the fear of my parents' judgment or disapproval. And then recently this week I saw a post on Instagram, and it was something like people pleasers usually started out as parent pleasers, and this is the reality of life. Even the studies that have been done of people who are on their deathbeds wondering what's their top regrets, the top first number one regret of people on their deathbeds is that they lived the life that was expected of them instead of the life that they truly wanted. So this notion of wanting to please our parents or please others is something that's been ingrained in us for generations, and it started from a young age because these are our caretakers and we want to be loved and approved by them so that they can continue loving and caring for us too. And it's something that we typically keep into adulthood, and it can actually really hold us back from doing the things that are in our heart or that we really want to do and that maybe we're scared of fully expressing, because we typically know our parents' opinions on things more than anyone else because living with them, we see all sides of them and we hear their opinions on things, and that's kind of how we're taught. A lot of us are taught through judgment, like this is wrong, we see this as bad, so don't do this because it's a bad thing to do, and we judge others who do it, so if you do it, we'll judge you too. We see that often with people who are in the LGBTQ community and they're afraid of coming out because they're afraid of what their parents think. And I believe that a lot of us have truths within us that we're afraid of coming out with because we're also afraid of our parents' disapproval. And so I'll let you guys in on a tip that really helped me, and it's something that I continue to do every once in a while, and I've told other people about this, and it's really helped them too. And one of my friends actually just came to me yesterday saying thanks for suggesting that to me because it's actually been helping me so much. So what I have done is, at that time where I realized that this woman in her 60s had waited until her parents passed away to do what she truly wanted, and I was thinking like, where am I holding myself back, or what am I wanting to do that I'm afraid of because of my parents' judgment or disapproval? And I decided to pretend that they were dead. So not in a way of wishing that they were, but in a way of thinking, how would I be living differently? What would I be doing differently? What types of YouTube videos would I be making? Because there were topics that I wanted to talk about that I knew were not only not really approved of in society, but definitely wouldn't be approved of by my parents either. And I thought, well, if I let myself be held back by their disapproval, what would my life look like? And then I thought ahead to those people on their deathbeds who that's their biggest regret, is not doing what they truly wanted and instead doing what was expected of them. So I felt like, no, I'm going to pretend that my parents are dead. They don't exist right now. And what would I do with my life? What types of videos would I be making? What types of things would I be talking about? And for me, it's almost been like an outer layer that I've been breaking through continuously, and even still breaking through, because I still hear my parents' opinions or judgments on things, and then it's important for me to continue to break through that and feel like we're allowed to have different opinions, we're allowed to have different preferences in life, and they're allowed to have their preferences and their opinions, but I don't have to live in a way that matches them or that meets them or that seeks to receive their approval. I'm my own person, and we're the only species that even stays with parents into adulthood. Typically, it would be that parents raise their young until they're old enough to take care of themselves, and then they're gone. And usually in most species, they never see each other again, a parent and a child. But in our species, we do tend to still see each other into adulthood and into death even, and we have the grandchildren, and some species have that too. I believe elephants do, among others, I'm sure, but it's pretty rare in the animal world. So all I'm saying is that we're the only species that kind of continues to be taught by our parents up until our parents' death, pretty much. And that's a lot of pressure to be under, and that's a lot of control that can end up happening too, especially if there's an unhealthy dynamic between parent and adult child, where they may still be treating them in a way where the parent expects that the child meets their standards and meets their approval, or that the parent sees the child as a reflection of themselves. So they think, well, if you do this, what will people think of me? And we have to really understand as a society that children are their own people, especially once they're adults. It's never a reflection of the parent. Everyone is their own person. And that's something that I think as a society, we really tend to place maybe too much emphasis on this, of like keeping a child and a parent together, almost like there's like this energetic umbilical cord that's never fully cut. So I feel like it's important for us to be autonomous, independent adults, free from the judgments or opinions of our parents, and free from trying to seek their approval, especially when it's detrimental to our own well-being, when they might have differences of opinions than us. And of course, doing this and putting this into practice doesn't mean that we don't love our parents. Of course we do. It's simply acknowledging that there's a truth within us, and we all have a unique inner calling and something that's within our heart, even if it's as simple as an interest that we have. Like this woman was afraid of pursuing more knowledge in astrology and in energy healing because she was afraid of being judged by her father. And that's something that once I saw that, I was just like, I don't ever want to be held back out of fear of being judged by anyone, especially not my parents. And of course, parents are the people that are supposed to love us unconditionally. And of course, it's different. Like it's kind of interesting. I feel like we're all kind of still navigating the parent-child dynamic and what's actually healthiest and what's actually best. And maybe none of us really knows what's best, but either way, I feel important to listen to what's in your heart. And if you're a parent, to encourage your child to follow what's in their heart and to know that you don't always know what's best for them. It's really important for us all to be tuning in and meditating and connecting to ourselves to find the answers that are best for us. And often people on the outside don't actually know what's best for us, even our parents. They might want what's best for you, but they likely don't know what that actually even is. So it's really important for us to be having that confidence and faith in tuning into ourselves and finding the best answers for ourselves within. So let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts on this. So give me a comment down in the comments. And if you'd like further guidance along this, I'm available for one-on-one sessions, and I also have a free chakra balancing meditation that you can download, so check the description for some more tools and resources for you. Thank you so much for being here. Give this video a big thumbs up if it helped, and subscribe for more if you haven't already. And may you be happy, healthy, and free.